KAP7 Tip of the Week.
Hi, I'm Wolf Wigo. Today we're going to talk about limiting a team's counterattack. So thinking about when we're on offense and how we're going to attack and things to think about so that we don't give up a 1-on-nobody, 2-on-1, 3-on-2, all the way up to really a 6-on-5 counterattack. Okay, but first we want to start with the basics. Okay, so one thing to think about. Okay, in your offense, your point player is going to be the furthest person from the goal. Okay, so it's extremely important that anytime a player is playing the point position, they're the last line. If this player gets beat, no one's there to help. Okay, so this can be a 1-on-nobody. So this is really important for this player to recognize. Okay, if the player makes a pass, entry pass into 2 meters, okay, and watches the ball, a really good player can take off while this player's momentum is forward. They're looking, seeing what's happening. What's the 2-meter player going to do? Is it a shot? Is it a tip out? And a good player can just take off and score. Manuel Estiardi, the best player in the world for a long period of time, this is something he would do every single time if given the opportunity. Okay, so player passes in, go, nobody can help. So this point player really needs to know that he has to play conservatively, or she has to play conservatively, and is the last line of defense. Okay, a shot, same thing. Shot with the player right on you. All your momentum's going forward. The referee's going to let this player grab you a little bit. Go. Goalie pulls it down. 1-on-nobody. Okay, so a shot, a pass is really the same thing. Okay, this player has to know they can get beat. Other things to think about. You want to limit offensive fouls. Okay, you want to limit surprise shots. Okay, so these are things where, again, if you have good, smart defensive players and the ball's up here and this player takes a hard drive, drives right over the player, or drives up and the player does a good job on defensive selling it, turnover. If this player reacts before this player, you're going to get beat on the counterattack as well. Okay? If you throw the ball down to the wing and this player takes a really bad angle shot with 26 seconds left on the shot clock, okay, surprising everyone, again, you're going to get players who are caught off guard. Maybe this player was just starting to drive down. You're going to give up a counterattack. Okay? So really one of the rules of water polo, if you want to win games, is you do not want to give up counterattack goals. Okay? So no matter what the level, if you're giving up a lot of counterattack goals, that's a problem. And it's not necessarily based on speed. So it's not like, oh, I don't have a fast team. Boy, that other team is so fast. They're getting all these counter goals. Really, it's not that much about speed. It's about controlling the ball, minimizing your mistakes on offense, being a little more predictable so that each of your players knows what's going on. Everyone's on the same page. Okay? You might think, oh, it's so boring. I don't want to be so predictable. You have to give up a little bit on the offensive end, some of your percentage to score on the offensive end in order to stop the defensive counterattack.